today is Operation Good Cheer. And if you're not familiar with Operation Good Cheer, it is a giant charity event.
26 Delta Romeo, you can make the left turn at Juliet, then taxi Charlie 4 into the Good Cheer ramp.
All right, left on Juliet, Charlie 4 to Good Cheer ramp, Mooney 16 Delta Romeo.
All right, we are about 30 miles outside of our destination of Big Rapids. Hello everybody, I am back at, well, we're getting ready to take off out of Robin Hood Airport, Big Rapids, Michigan, which is where I last landed. And you're probably looking around going, boy, that particular flight was in the winter and have leaves on them, you're wearing a t-shirt and maybe a little grayer, and boy, maybe it looks like you lost a little weight. Well, all these things are true, and that's because this flight is taking place almost 2 years, actually 1 year, 9 months, and 2 weeks after that last flight. And it's a bit of a long story, so we'll get in the air and take off and talk a little bit about it anyway. See you in a bit. Alright, power's full. Engine is good, airspeed's alive. Up on rotation speed, and here we go. Positive rate, gear coming up. .90 flaps up. Yeah, sure is good to be flying again. That is 100% for sure. So as I mentioned on the ground there, it's been a while. So I think I'm going to title this current video, my last one was Operation Good Cheer. I think I'm going to title this one by what that date has become known to me, which is Operation Bad Cheer. Simply because, yeah, what happened that day. So I kind of cut that last video off with just before landing and me putting the landing gear down. Unfortunately, it didn't stay that way. So after touchdown, the wheels hit. About 2 seconds later, I could feel the airplane dropping to the ground. Then, of course, the sound of scratching metal on runway, and was not a happy day for me. There's a lot I wanted to say on that topic, on you know, what happened up at Robin Hood a couple of years ago, but someone who views the channel, and actually someone who's associated with Operation Good Cheer, who's also an aviation attorney, contacted me after that last video, and he's like, he said, whatever you do, don't discuss what happened, don't describe what happened. Basically the advice was, anything that you say or do or whatever is not going to come to any good. Since he's a lot smarter than me on these types of things, and you know, he's paid to do this for a living, I'm going to heed his advice and just leave it at that. Anyway, so it's been a while. Unfortunately, the engine was stuck at the inspection facility because, wow, they are some big hawks circling around up here. Holy crap. Because of the propeller strike and the subsequent engine teardown, the engine actually ended up getting stuck at the engine facility for right around 1.5 years. And that had mostly to do with parts shortages due to COVID. Basically, COVID induced supply chain issues. Not that it had anything to do with this engine. It was because my engine, when it went in there were engines that have been there for a long time waiting on parts. And mine got torn down and inspected, was told that it was good, getting ready to be reassembled, and shortly thereafter I got a phone call saying that all those engines that were ahead of me in line are now back in line because their parts all showed up. So, 1.5 years or so at the engine facility, and then, you know, when it came back, all the reassembly and whatnot. Here I am a year and 9 months after the unfortunate day, and I'm finally back in the airplane. It does feel good to be flying. So one of the unfortunate things is my biennial flight review had expired. It's been so long since I've flown. But so it turns out there's a guy who is a friend of a friend. So Alex, a buddy who went with me to North Carolina, a friend of his bought a Mooney, and he needed the 10 hours worth of instruction for transition training for his insurance. So Alex set me up with him, and I did his transition training. So John, the guy who bought the Mooney, he's also a CFI. So he was nice enough to fly me up here to come pick up my airplane. After we landed, we did the flight portion of the biennial flight review. We did the biennial flight review in this airplane, so we picked it up, tested out the engine, the new propeller, everything worked okay. Did flying maneuvers, came back, did a handful of landings, made sure that I still remembered how to fly, and I was good to go. So he was satisfied, so he signed off on my biennial flight review, making me legal to fly. Yeah, so that's what's happened. I mean, I guess what's new in the meantime, I've been satisfying my aviation addiction, flying the paramotor. I haven't been able to fly that as much as I'd like to, but still probably managed to get in, between the last couple of years, 50 hours or so worth of paramotor flying, which is nice. I bought myself a, new to me, used wing. I got no zone spider, so I went up to ENB level wing. Making some progression with my flying skills in that, which has been fun. But other than that, that's it, man. Oh yeah, and I retired from the day job, or at least I kind of considered myself partially retired. I've been down to one full-time job lately, which is the brewery, so that's good for me. And we are back in the Metro Detroit area. Anyway, looks like we are showing 23 miles from Willow Run, 9 miles out, 9 minutes out. Should be on the ground shortly.
There's a traffic rated golf,
nice.
left base, runway 28 Mason.
It'll be nice to get this thing back in the hangar. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention, I did get another speed mod on this airplane out of the deal. As it turns out, the one-piece smooth belly modification that hides all the antennas is actually cheaper than replacing with the original belly panels. My insurance adjuster suggested that I go with the smooth belly mod, which I did. I'll have to go up and do like an official speed test, but it seems to be slipperier than it was. On my practice landings, usually 12 inches of manifold pressure on the approach kind of holds the glide slope at final approach speed. And I was like 10.5 coming in all my landings today, so it seems like the airplane's a little slipperier than it was, but I have to do some further testing to find out and be sure. And a nice new propeller too. I mean, the propellers, it's the new kind of scimitar blade design. That could be part of it too, I don't know. But it's also definitely quieter than it used to be. That's kind of nice. I like that. Definitely a little bit smoother with the brand new propeller, very perfectly balanced. Landing gears down. All right, it did it. Airplane back in hand. Able to go flying again. I'm so excited. Oh my God. Actually, no, to be honest, I was actually a little nervous, you know, before that first flight. Not nervous I was going to crash or anything like that, but I mean, it's been almost 2 years, you know, I just got to start wondering, you know, hell, can I even remember how to fly this damn thing anymore? You know, how hard is it going to be to get it back? And yeah, we did all the maneuvers and stuff for the BFR, did the landings, and I was happy. It was good. But definitely good to have it back. It's time to get some flying in. Well, that's gonna be it until the next time. See y'all later.